So as of today, we've got announcements from 6 Cedar Fair parks. So in this video, I'm going to be going through all 6 of them and talking about what they will be getting in 2017 and my thoughts on it. So let's start off with Cedar Point. And Cedar Point will be doing a water park expansion and retheming their water park to Cedar Shores. So as for my thoughts, I knew this was coming, so I'm not really that surprised, but a lot of people are raging that it's not RMC Main Street, but they knew that it wasn't going to happen, just Main Street was closing too late, and there wasn't enough time. So maybe something will happen to Main Street in the future, but for this year, it's just a water park expansion, and that's what I was expecting. So let's move on to Carowinds. And Carowinds will be getting the 4 rides that were linked before, however they will be doing more. So they will be adding an entire new theme section which will be themed to the county fair. The 4 attractions that they will be getting are a Mondale Top Scan, a Wave Swinger, a Music Express, and a Huss Troika. They will also be retheming Carolina Cobra, which is their Vekoma Boomerang, to help fit in with the county fair section. And they also announced something else, however I'll be talking about that later on. Now let's talk about California's Great America, and this was something that was predicted for the 2016 season, but will now be happening in the 2017 season instead. That's that they will be turning Vortex, their stand-up coaster, and they will be doing the Rougarou treatment on it and making it a Flores coaster. The Flores coaster will be called Patriot, and its color scheme is light blue with white supports. Now, I really like the color scheme, but what I don't like is how they're reusing the Patriot name and logo, as it's already been used on Patriot at Worlds of Fun. But looking on the bright side, a Flores coaster is better than a stand-up coaster, so this is a nice addition for the park. So let's move on to the next one. Next up, we'll talk about Worlds of Fun. And Worlds of Fun has announced 2 new rides. They will be getting a Huss Condor, as well as a Troika, and they also announced something they'll be doing along with Carowinds that I'll be talking later on about. So another small year for Worlds of Fun, but and a lot of people were predicting a roller coaster, but they weren't really doing enough teasing to add one, so I wasn't really expecting one. So on to the next park. Next up, we have Dorney Park, and Dorney Park has 3 announcements. However, today they only announced 2. They announced that they will be adding 2 new rides. They will be adding a Dodgems, and they will also be adding a Troika. Now, these are 2 family rides, and they also said that they'll be doing minor park improvements. So, once again, an off year for one of the smaller parks, but we still have the 3rd announcement coming. So on to the last park of the Cedar Fair chain that announced today, and that's Valley Fair. They'll be adding a 230-foot Fun Time Starflyer called North Star. And I also wanted to point out that they're adding a Starflyer instead of a Windseeker, as Cedar Fair usually worked with Mondale and the Windseekers. However, they had a lot of problems with those rides, so who knows, maybe now they're going to switch over to Fun Time. This ride will be located where Enterprise is, which is closing this Sunday, and will be the 2nd tallest attraction at Valley Fair. And let's move on to the last thing that was announced today. And the thing that was announced is that Winterfest, which will be a Christmas celebration, will be coming to Carowinds, Kings Island, and Worlds of Fun in 2017. It will also be coming to California's Great America in 2016. However, theirs will be happening this year, not next year, and they announced it a while ago. Now, this is actually really nice because now people with those parks as their home park can now go to those parks in the winter. This is also nice because Kings Island did a Christmas celebration in the past, so now they're bringing it back, which is nice. So I'm happy for these guys who are getting it, and obviously Cedar Fair is trying to go up with Six Flags, who started the Winterfest as well a few years ago, and obviously Cedar Fair is trying to do it too. I think if Cedar Fair is successful with their winter events, I think that they could bring it to a few more parks. So those were the Cedar Fair announcements that came from today. We also have the Six Flags announcements coming up very soon in early September. So I'll be also doing a video on those. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later on Coasterzilla.